Hey guys, Orly here, founder of LifeVestInside, and I want to thank each and every one of you for deciding to kick off your week with me on the weekly Kindness Kickoff with Orly, coming at you at the beginning of every week, where I do reading from my book, Kindness Boomerang, How to Save the World and Yourself Through 365 Daily Acts. And then I give you, myself, and all of us out there an exciting kindness challenge based on the reading. Of course, don't forget, you could pick up your book of Kindness Boomerang, the Lesson a Day book in kindness, on our website, LifeVestInside.com, or you could check it out at one of our online retailers, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, IndieBound, iTunes, Target, and of course, you could win one right here. How? Simply by engaging on the platform, sharing your thoughts, your feedback, what you actually did that week in terms of kindness, what were some of the hardships that came across in completing that specific act. And I want to give another shout out to the winner from this past month. Sherry won. I still haven't heard from you, so make sure that you send me an email to orly@lifevestinside.com so you can claim your 2-book prize, one for yourself and one to give forward to someone else. So again, that's orly@lifevestinside.com. All right, guys, we're going to go into the reading for this week, and it's coming to us from June 8th. And the act goes as follows. How was your day? Such simple words with such a powerful meaning. Take the time to ask your family how their day has gone. Here's the important part. Really listen. And the quote by Mother Teresa. Love is a fruit in season at all times, and within the reach of every hand. And the reflection. How's everything? How are you doing today? How are you feeling? We ask these questions all the time, but how often do we wait to hear the answers? It has become an accepted practice to inquire how someone is doing, but very rarely do we engage past the question. Be mindful to pause, listen to the response, and reply. Perhaps that someone is really in need of a listening ear. If we don't slow down enough, we could miss that amazing opportunity. To be there for another is a privilege. Let's take advantage of it to the fullest. As a kid, I had a tough time trusting that people truly cared. I remember countless times feeling alone, down, or worried when the question was posed, how are you? I'd respond, everything's great. But in my heart, I hoped and wished that they would ask once more. When they would walk away, it was just further proof that people didn't truly care. Be mindful of looking into someone's eyes when you ask them how they're doing or how their day was. You'll see right away if there is something they would like to share with you. They just may need an extra moment to feel comfortable, to open up. So this was very, very much me as a kid, as an adolescent growing up. And you know what? Even sometimes now as an adult, sometimes we need someone to ask once more in order for us to feel comfortable to open up. Because people ask these questions all the time. We know this, right? We ask the question. It's sort of like became the new hello, right? Say hello and you keep on walking by. Hi, how are you? How's your day doing? And we walk on by. It's just a courtesy that we say, which is great. It's great that we say that. It's great that we take the time to actually have that courtesy. But how much more amazing would it be if we actually stop and wait to hear how someone is doing? You know, it's funny. I'm very, very used to whenever I call somebody, calling a customer service, or if they call you and they ask you, I always ask a person, how's everything? And the response on the other line is always the funniest thing. I laugh every time it happens. They're like, I'm sorry, excuse me? I said, no, how's everything? How's your day going? And then they pause a second. They're like, oh, yeah, my day's going great. Or, oh, it's not so bad. People find it so strange that people actually wait to hear the answer. We're just so used to saying it and continuing on with whatever it is that we're doing that we forget to engage. So what I'm going to challenge all of us to do over the course of this week, and this doesn't only have to be with your family like it mentions in the act. It could be with strangers that you maybe meet on the street, or it could be with your friend or, your colleagues, whoever it may be. Take the time, be mindful to try and do this at least 3 times a day. 3 times a day. That when you ask, how's everything or how's your day going, that you actually stop and you look at the person in the eyes. You're not looking at your phone. You're not looking to see what's going on around. Or you're missing out on some sort of action. But you're actually present in the moment and letting that person know, hey, I see you. You matter to me. I want to know what's happening with you. You know, this just reminds me, just last week was my brother's birthday. He turned 40. My goodness, I can't believe that he turned 40. And one of the family members made a video for him for his 40th birthday. Obviously, it was run by my sister-in-law that was in charge of all this. And they sent out a bunch of questions to people about my brother, and people were answering these different questions, and they strung it together in this amazing 40-minute video. I was watching every second with tears in my eyes, talking about my brother, who I love beyond. He's a person that has a huge heart. And when I was asked about what makes Robbie so special, what makes him different than others, what do you love the most about him? It wasn't just myself that answered these questions, but so many other people, the same answer came about. And it's that when my brother looks at you, he sees you. You feel seen by him, you feel loved by him, that when he's talking to you, you're the most important person in the world. To me, that's a huge thing. And it's very much connected to this act. Simply by asking the question, that's already a positive thing. You're taking the time to ask someone how they're doing. Great. But if you stop to engage and actually look at them, because I promise you, if you look at a person in the eye, you'll be able to know how their day is, even if they haven't answered. And maybe if you just take it an extra step and ask, no, really, what's going on? They just may open up to you. They might need someone to talk to on that very day, but no one actually was mindful enough to ask the question and wait around to hear what they had to say. So be that for someone this week. Be that life vest, that lifeline of kindness, that even though maybe their day isn't going great, you could be that little lifeline, that vest that's providing them hope to know that it's going to be okay. That's my challenge for all of us this week. If you can't do it 3 times a day, if it seems like it's too much, try it 1 time a day. And share your thoughts here on the platform. Share your thoughts about what the experience was like. Perhaps they'll continue walking on and they're having to get somewhere. But try it. If you try it once a day, let's see what happens if we take those few extra seconds, because I promise you're not going to remember what you might have missed by waiting those few extra seconds to have that response. But the likelihood is you will remember their reaction. And if it's what I think it will be, it's something that's going to last with you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for the Weekly Kindness Kickoff. I hope to see you again next week. Just to let you know, we just released a few days ago one of our new digital collaborations that some of you may have been a part of, called We're All in This Together, from High School Musical, one of my all-time favorites. I love, love, love that movie. And I actually had directed that play back when I was a teacher in middle school. So check it out. It's really cool. It's on the YouTube channel. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure that you do subscribe. You could click on the little bell icon, so this way you'll get a notification whenever we post up new videos. We have 2 more cool digital collaborations that are being worked on and being edited right now, and I'll keep you posted if there's another one that you can become a part of. All right, thanks guys so much, and remember, it's kindness that keeps the world afloat. Love you all. Mwah.